The Broncos exceeded expectations this year, winning 10 games and making the playoffs. And sure, Bo Nix had a great rookie season, but he's also 30 years old, so that's kind of like saying the freshman who got held back 3 years is doing great on varsity. Yeah, because he's a grown man.
Fist pollen. He was a man. He had a beard.
But as well as old man Nix played, he was not the reason why this team overperformed, because they had one of the top three defenses in the entire league. They were third in points allowed with 311, and a large part of that was their ability to get after the quarterback, because they had the most sacks with 63 and the most pressures with 195. And yeah, they have the best corner in the league, the defensive player of the year, Patrick Surtain. But they also have an entire group of other guys that most people have no clue about and were making plays every single Sunday. Guys like Zach Benito, who's got such a nasty dip move that he's got offensive linemen literally falling on their face. And for those of you who saw Carson Wentz and are saying, well, that was against their backups, here's the exact same move against their starters. Not convinced yet?
Are you not entertained?
Here's it one more time against the Saints. Ignore the possible face mask. And let's take a look at one more against the Falcons for good measure. You know what? Now that I'm watching this one again, it looks like it's a blown protection. Yeah, 70 thinks so too. But you get my point. He's got a nasty outside move. And when you're that good at bending the edge, that makes offensive tackles have to set fast and deep, which creates a lot of space for Benito to hit this inside move. And it turns this chip from the wide receiver into a nice little boost into the backfield. And with the outside dip and the inside move, he's also got a bull rush in his bag. But like I said, he's not the only dude on this defense making plays. They also got this guy number 99, Zach Allen, who I've been calling the polar bear because he's big, white, and aggressive. Just watch how he runs through the center on this inside stunt and gets the sack. And adding to the polar bear nickname, just check how this dude can move. Here he's lined up over the center and wraps all the way around to the C-gap to get the sack on Patrick Mahomes. And here's one more play where the Chargers just decide not to block him. But you can't tell me that doesn't look like a polar bear running down Justin Herbert in the pocket. All right, I'm finally done talking about polar bears. Now I want to pivot and talk about their defensive coordinator, Vance Joseph, because a big reason why they had so many sacks and so many pressures this season is because they blitzed on nearly 30% of every quarterback dropback. And they used a lot of cool designs and disguises that we're going to take a look at now. Here we have a double mug alignment where one of the backers drops into coverage and the other one acts like he's dropping, while these two linemen stunt inside and he wraps all the way around to the C-gap. And since Breece Hall is already lined up in the A-gap ready to block this mug linebacker, as soon as the lineman stunt inside, he gets caught up in the flow and completely destroys the protection. And when we look to the other side of the rush, to the guy who actually makes the sack, we're going to see Nick Medino again. Oh, great heavens! With the same outside dip move on Tyron Smith. In this play, we're going to get another double mug look, but this time with the seventh man walked up to the line of scrimmage. And first, I want to talk about how the offense is protecting against this, because that's going to show us a little bit more why this blitz works so well. The offense always wants to use big personnel on big personnel, meaning that the four offensive linemen are going to block four defensive linemen, and then they're going to pick one linebacker, call him the Mike, and then they'll be responsible for those five players. So 4 down and the Mike. And for the remaining two blitzers, the running back's going to take the most dangerous one. So in this case, that's going to be the linebacker lined up in the A-gap. And if the seventh rusher comes off the edge, he's going to be unblocked, and that means Rodgers has to get this ball out hot. But when Breece Hall steps up to block number 55, Cody Barton, he drops out fast into the hot window for Rodgers, and with nowhere to go with the ball and no one blocking the seventh rusher, he just has to take the sack. Now we're going to take a look at another double mug front from the Broncos where they do something completely different. Here the Ravens motion in Zay Flowers, and this defensive back follows him, making it look like it's some sort of cover one, meaning that the defensive backs are playing man-to-man, and they're going to have one safety over top. But as this ball snapped, we see that they're only rushing 3 guys, and they're actually playing cover 3 over top with a spy on Lamar Jackson. This surprises Lamar and causes him to hesitate in the pocket, while number 98, Jonathan Franklin Myers, wins on the outside edge and gets the sack. But Vance Joseph has way more than just these double mug looks up his sleeve. Here's probably my favorite blitz that I've seen, where they get a double pinch, meaning that all the defensive linemen are going to stunt to a gap inside, and they're going to get 2 blitzers on the edge, one with the linebacker and one with the nickel. And as we let this play, we see that we actually get an extra rusher with the middle linebacker who's doing a green dog or a hug rush technique, meaning that he's man-to-man with the running back, but once he sees him block, now he can convert his coverage into a rush. But Spencer Rattler's a playmaker, and he's not going to let a play die easy. He's going to escape the pocket and throw the ball straight up into the air. Yeah, that's probably a pick six. Nice. That's going to do it for my video on the Broncos defense. That was just a tip of the iceberg of what these guys do. They got a ton more disguises and blitzes that I really love. But for the few people who watch these videos, I know you guys have an attention span of a fruit fly, so I wanted to keep it short. All jokes aside, if you guys are enjoying the video, click on that helmet to subscribe. If you want to see a certain player or team, just leave that down in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.